Quit the complaining. Stop it. Nip that in the butt. Quit the pessimistic view of your life. Do you know how much negativity and karma that brings to you? Do you wonder why things aren't going your way? Just look how you view your life. Just look how much you're complaining about not being tall enough, about not being big enough, about not having enough money, about not having this, about going to this school, going to that. Look at you. That this isn't fair. I can't just look at your self-talk. You're complaining so much about the things around you. No wonder your life doesn't fucking go well. No wonder you feel like your life sucks. My life would suck too if all I counted were the things that did not go my way. My life would be shit if all I ever looked at, damn, this could have been better. Why isn't this happening? Or I don't have enough of this. Yeah. Do you realize by complaining, all you're doing is digging yourself a bigger hole of the victim? You're giving up your power. Man, it's not fair that this happened. Here you go, have my power. Oh man, I don't have this. Here you go, have my power. And you're powerless. You become a servant. You become a slave to your excuses, a slave to your complaining. You almost look at it because there's a sense of satisfaction. There's a sense of relief when you complain. Because if you complain and you say, oh, I don't have this, you take all responsibility away from you. You take all responsibility. Oh, I didn't get that because I didn't have enough time. I didn't do this because I don't have the right equipment. I didn't do this because I just didn't have enough food. So you rationalize. So ultimately the excuses and excusing yourself from what should have been done is a way of you not feeling so bad about why you didn't do what you're supposed to do. Or telling yourself like, oh, this sucks, that sucks, makes you feel better about not being where you want to be. Because ultimately, when your expectations don't meet your reality, you're upset. And then what ends up happening is when we're upset, we just stay in there. We just turn to other vices. We end up eating whatever we want. We end up drinking, smoking weed, watching porn, doing things that don't fucking benefit you because you got to feel somewhat good about yourself. Right? So you distract yourself. I see it all the time. I see all these guys distracting themselves, doing things that don't benefit them, doing the same thing over and over and over again. I used to be that way too. Again, my distraction was women. So I don't want you to sit here and think that at one point I'm this perfect person. No. Was there a time where I was complaining, where my business wasn't where it's at, where my body wasn't where it was at? Of course, man. Look what I was doing. Look at the habits. My bad habits of actually sometimes going out, drinking on the weekends. Oh, I want to have a great, successful business, but I also want to go out and drink with my friends. I want to have a great, successful body. And that's the thing. When I did bodybuilding, there was no excuse. When I was bodybuilding, I didn't go out to drink for like 5 years. 5 years. Because I made no excuse. I gave everything. Because I knew that if there was even a small little bit that I was silent, I was never going to become the man I could become. And I want you to look at your life and realize, are you playing the victim more than what you should? Seriously, where's the gratitude? Like, if you're watching this on a computer or a phone, you have more power than you know. You must be blind to not think you don't have power. But that's the thing. When certain things in life don't cost us much, we don't value them. And it's not until we get them taken away that we start to value those things. When you're sick, you don't understand the value of health until you're sick. You understand the value of money when you don't have any. You understand the value of a relationship when you don't have one. You don't understand the value of God until you desperately need Him. You see, the feelings that you feel are essentially going to be the things that also get in the way of where you want to go. I get it. It's easier to complain. It's easier to look at life negatively than it is positively. 100%. It's super difficult to look at life from a positive perspective. And that is why That is what makes a lot of men or women very powerful and very rare. And that's what also gives you power. God has given us life. And I heard this from Tony Robbins. I'm not even going to say it's my own. You know, he's like, imagine if God came down and spoke to, and he met the first human. He's like, hey, how you like it down here? And he's like, you know what, God, I don't like that. It's so cold over here. I don't like that Florida's so muggy. I don't like that there's so many mosquitoes. And God, like all these like Republicans or all these people, like, why'd you put these people? Oh my God. And talk about like the obesity in this country. I can't believe it. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. All right. On to the next one. He's like, hey, goes to another human. How you doing? Oh, God, thank you so much for this weather. God, you made the beach so perfect. God, I can't thank you enough for giving me such a beautiful family. Yeah, you know, work is work, but I'm getting there, you know. I appreciate it. Oh, okay, cool. You decide how you communicate with God. You decide how you communicate with yourself. And ultimately, nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit how good or how bad your day is. You know why? Because they have their own things going on. Why do I care? Because I understand. I care about people and I care about your pain. I'm different. I understand you, and I've learned to make my life better by looking at things better and doing certain things, habitually constructing a daily routine that makes me feel powerful and good about my life. That way I can transfer that to you. And when you can start becoming that man that has habitual habits on a daily basis that makes you feel strong, powerful, consistent, in control, a man of your word, like you're proud of who you are, your strength, your mental strength, your spiritual strength, your physical strength. You see that the next step is to help others. But most don't ever get to that point. Most only do the bare minimum to get by in life. Why? Because to be above average is to think above average, and to think above average takes work. Extra work. You do the work that you must do to survive, and then you put in the extra work to thrive. And that extra work to thrive, in between there's an obstacle course. And that obstacle course is a comfort course. You have the alcohol that makes you feel good in the moment. You have the food. You have the TV. You have the porn. You have the sex. You have all these comfortable things in between surviving and thriving. And when you're surviving, you get into this comfort zone right here. You have a choice to sleep in, to eat what you want, to drink what you want, to watch what you want, to do who you want, or you can bypass that and get to thriving. You decide, and ultimately look in that mirror and tell yourself, today's gonna be the most powerful day of my life. I am blessed, I am focused. How can I best serve everybody today? I will uphold my character today. Let's go.